to the show today.
Feeling good. Hope everybody's
About 10 units of offensive weapons.
Steelers.
Over could be a
And really pull them across at figure out how that's your path.
help.
Giants just got ran. That was
the offenses. You know, in terms of straight speed, I have me to a 50 win percentage, about 10 units and a 10% ROI. Love New Orleans in this game. And I'm going to double check this before I actually, before the week's over. But this spread should be flipped, in my opinion, in terms of my numbers. I have New Orleans winning this game by 2. I do not love it at all. That's why I haven't placed any bets on it, nor have I given it out to our Discord. But yeah, don't love it at all. But the 2 leans that we had, just in terms of Thanksgiving games, it was Chicago and it was Vegas. Both would have won. Green Bay was our play. It would have won. So the numbers are doing well. Do I think New Orleans can stop this Rams this offense? It's going to be really tough, I think, just in terms of straight speed and Puka getting out in the open. So it's tough. I'm going to double check this before the game starts. But yeah, I have numbers has New Orleans winning this game straight up.
I gotta go with the Rams here.
I don't blame you, dude.
Derek Carr off a bye, 1-6 straight up in ATS since 2017. The worst quarterback ATS in the NFL in that span. Teams to lose by 17. The Rams got pounced by Saquon Barkley last week against a team who won by 17 plus in their last game. Taysom Hill wrecking havoc on the Browns. 114-79 ATS, about 60% the last 20 years. So that's a spot in the Rams' favor. I still think the Rams hold a little bit of grudge against the Saints team from that playoff game with the pass interference in 2019.
Mm-hmm.
The Saints aren't getting like that much healthier, even off the bye. Olave's still not there. I mean, Derek Carr, probably the most cone guy I could think of. The Rams have something to play for in this division that's wide open. I'm just going to take the Rams here. I think this Rams offense is just going to go wreak havoc on the Saints defense.
That's what I figured too. I'm just double checking these numbers real quick, see if anything I missed.
Oh, also,
not from what I've seen.
Seeing here, Derek Carr is 0-4 ATS against Sean McVay.
Yeah, everything points towards the Rams. Besides what I have here in front of me, that's the scary part. It's just crazy how numbers can be different like that. Let me just check. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, go ahead, man. I'll see if there's any other numbers here I can rattle off. Sean McVay is 22-4 straight up as a road favorite, 3 points or more. So if that line stays at 3, that trend is looking good.
This is really fascinating right now.
Yeah, you having fun? You having a grand old time?
Yeah, that's right. That's freaky. Yeah, the numbers I have New Orleans by 2. Crazy. Don't love it at all. Might not even touch it.
Yeah, I'd probably stay away from that game.
All right, anyways, we'll move on. Game of the week. Eagles and the Baltimore Ravens. This line opened at 2.5. It stayed right around 3, 2.5 all week. When it has dropped to 2.5, it got right back up to 3. So 3 seems like the key number here, or the best number here. I have this game as Baltimore -2, so not much really of an advantage there for any bets. It's tough for me to go against this Eagles team right now, though. This Eagles team is firing on all cylinders. Saquon is killing it. Problem is the Eagles are facing a run defense, which is really good. You're going to have to beat this Ravens team through the air, and I don't think Jalen can do that. He has been better in terms of decision making, in terms of turnovers. But I think when you put the ball in his hands 35 times to make a decision, he's going to fuck up one or two of them. And I lean Baltimore at home today. It might be game of the year. There's two of the better teams of football right now. Ravens come off a blowout win against LA. Eagles coming off a blowout win against the Rams. Two of the hottest teams of football playing against each other, and I think the home team gets it done here. So I like the Ravens here at -3.
Got 3 MVP caliber candidates in the
maybe 4
game, and Derrick Henry, Saquon, and Lamar. I'm not putting Jalen Hurts in that.
No.
John Harbaugh at home on short rest, seeing that the Ravens just played on Monday night, 23-4 straight up in his career with Lamar or Joe Flacco. I think this is just kind of a letdown spot for the Eagles. I think they were bound to lose one of these 2 games between the Rams and the Ravens, and they put a spanking on the Rams because Saquon Barkley. Saquon's not going to go for over 200 this game. He probably won't go for over 100 either. Lamar, I think, is going to be able. The pass rush is going to get to Lamar, but he shows that he can just run and get it away, which is what he's good for. Both these teams playing for a lot. I mean, Eagles are in contention still for the 1 seed in the NFC. If the Lions slip up a game, they can just sweep in and try to take it. The only good thing for the Eagles, I don't think they can finish like worse than the 2 seed right now. Because the NFC West, whoever wins that will be the 4 seed, and then the Falcons or the Bucks being the 3 seed, they're not going to catch them either. So the Eagles are in a good spot in terms of like playoff projection, but the Ravens need this win to stay with Pittsburgh in the division. They lost to Pittsburgh, so they're down to them right now. They need to try to catch up ground somehow. I like Lamar in these big game spots that like not prime time, but in big must-win spots. I just like him here. I'm not going to trust Jalen Hurts to make game-winning plays with his arm.
Yeah,
which is what he would need to do here. So I'm going to rock with the Baltimore Ravens in this matchup.
All right, the Tundra in Buffalo today. Buffalo giving San Fran 6.5 points. Who would have thought that'd be the line on this game? Looking into the preseason lines, this line opened at 7, dropped down to 6.5, back up to 6.5. Money and tickets all over on Buffalo, obviously here. Any chance Mr. Purdy plays?
A report just came out while we were doing this saying that he is playing, but he's also not 100% healthy.
In the snow.
Hammer Buffalo, thank you very much. This Niner season's over. They're gonna have to. I don't know what they're gonna. They're in the most interesting position, I think, for teams coming in the offseason.
Yeah, they're in a tough spot
because Debo's going to be gone. Just financially and structurally for the team, Debo's gone. You paid Brandon Ayuk all the money. You drafted Ricky Pearsall. Debo's going to be gone. Then you got to figure out what you're doing with Brock Purdy, because he's the next quarterback that's due a paycheck. And do you think Brock Purdy is worth $60 million? I'll save the world here that answer. It's no. So I don't know what you do. Could we see the Niners take a quarterback this year in what's a weak quarterback class? Maybe. I wouldn't be surprised to see it happen. We know that they don't really like paying quarterbacks, or when they do, they end up regretting it. The Jimmy Garoppolo situation. But there's just no shot I'm taking San Fran, a California team, in a big snow game in primetime against the Buffalo Bills. Just no shot.
Mm. Yeah, I don't know what to say. It's a weird game, right? It's not what we expected. This should have been, a great Sunday night football game with two of the best teams of football facing off. It's just not going to be that game. And the snow doesn't help that either. So I didn't even make a line for this game. Oh, yes, I did, actually. I have Buffalo minus, just about -7. So the line's right about where it should be. There's no way in hell I could take San Fran in this game, even with him playing. Like Shane said, he's not fully healthy. In the snow, like this team's from California. They're not used to playing in any of these type of
traveling cross
weather.
country to play in like a blizzard.
Yeah, they don't want to be here. They don't want to be in this situation. So Buffalo pulls out a win here and keeps the season rolling. San Fran season goes down the toilet as it already is, and we move on with our lives probably. Not really much to say with this one, unfortunately. It could have been game of the two great games back to back, and unfortunately injuries and maybe even some weather prevent that from happening. So, all right, Cleveland takes on Denver. Cleveland coming off a massive, or not massive, just a great win in general for the city, for Jameis in prime time. Now they come and face Denver, who's also playing really good football. Do we see a back to life or back to regression moment for Cleveland here?
Oh yeah, Cleveland's falling back down to earth here.
Okay.
You're getting in the altitude. First of all, the altitude of Denver is going to play a factor. Geno's going to have to play against a good Denver defense. Judy's probably going to get the Pat Surtain treatment, so he'll be kind of a non-factor. Jameis, I mean, in the snow game, I guess he was like pedestrian. He wasn't like great, but he wasn't like terrible given the conditions. But this Broncos team's just been a wagon as of late with Bo Nix. Bo Nix kind of run away with Rookie of the Year now with Jaden Daniels slipping. I mean, you could throw Brock Bowers in there, but I feel like it's hard to give it to a tight end when there's a quarterback in that same division that's going to lead into the playoffs.
Yeah.
As of right now. Just like the past month, Bo Nix has looked like unreal. We knew he was the most pro-ready quarterback out of the draft class, but he's kind of showing it, and without really having the weapons to do it. Like, he's making Cortland Sutton right now look like a great receiver.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's got his buddy Troy Franklin there, but he's not really seeing action. He's throwing to like little Jordan Humphrey, and he's making it work. I just think Sean Payton in this spot's going to have the Broncos in a perfect spot to kill the Browns here.
Yeah, this line opened short, I think. No, opened at around 6. Reached 7 for a little bit, down to 6.5, 6, back up to 6, 6.5. So I have this game Denver by 4. Don't love it again. But it would be a play on Cleveland here with the points. But again, not a spot I love for Cleveland off a primetime upset win. But the one thing I can say is Jameis gets his team pumped up, and they'll always be ready to play for this dude. He's a great motivational guy. He's a great, I wouldn't say a leader, but he's a great, just gets his team pumped up, ready to go for the game. So I think they'll be ready to go. It's just will they come out and play with that kind of intensity that they played against the divisional rival last game, which is going to be tough. So. Shane, I haven't received your props for this week, so you want to give out your fantasy sleepers or best guys?
I sent you my props on fucking text, buddy. Really? You want to bet? How much you want to bet on this? I'm prepared. I'm prepared. I'll put down like fucking a rack right. Oh, look at this right here. I'll put a fucking heart rate on it too, so you can look at it. Boom! Look at that. That's crazy. I
haven't got anything.
Are you fucking on crack cocaine?
I swear. Oh, there it is.
Oh! Look who sent that fucking like yesterday at 2:37 p.m. It's almost been a full day of it sitting in your thing.
Any good fantasy pickups or
if you see Jeremy McNichols in your free agency, I'd grab him because Eckler's going to be out for 4 weeks. That kind of hurts the Commanders too, from what we were talking about earlier. Rashad Bateman somehow's fallen in. He's been seeing some more action in the Ravens passing offense. I'm trying to just think about other like role player guys because we're heading towards fantasy playoffs, and this is when like bench matters. If you see any viable handcuff running backs, just pick them up now. Like if you see Algier, Braylon Allen, Jordan Mason, even because Christian McCaffrey could just go down again. We don't know what's going on with him. Trey Benson, if James Conner ends up getting whacked up, because it's kind of weird to see him play like a healthy season for a full year. I feel like I don't want to say he's due. Like, I feel like it's weird to say he's due for an injury, but as history shows, he does get banged up at some point.
Yeah.
You need a spot tight end star. I think Dalton Schultz against the Jaguars will be fine. He's been seeing more than enough action to at least be like serviceable. I would not play Anthony Richardson against the Patriots. I guess you would think the matchup would be great, but like I just can't do it. In some leagues, I see him in like the waivers just because of how like he was being drafted above Patrick Mahomes to start the year.
Yeah.
Anthony Richardson. I just could not do that. Like him and Stroud both. And I was like, what are we I know Mahomes like kind of sucked for fantasy the first half of the year, but he's picked it up. But like even like putting these guys on that pedestal this soon,
Yeah,
after not seeing a whole lot, like they're not like world. Like if Joe Burrow was at in the second year, I think that's different because we've seen Joe Burrow be like the dude, but we hadn't really seen that from the other two. Quick defenses. I mean, if the Chargers defense is there, always just go for them. They're good. I think the Patriots defense could be sneaky because Anthony Richardson can be prone to some turnovers. If you have Buffalo available in the snow against the Niners, I'd take that. The Vikings against the Cardinals. I don't even know if we touched on that game, but
did I not have it in here?
No. But just quick breakdown for me in that game. Kyler Murray going against a mega blitzing defense. I will take the Vikings here, even though I don't like the Vikings. They're going to be a playoff team. They have the things that they need. Man, how'd that get there? I like the Vikings in this game, even though I kind of don't like them as a team just because I can't trust Sam Darnold in any situation. Kyler's too busy like eating pizza in New York or whatever, and like people not recognizing that he's actually him. Yeah, I think Justin Jefferson can have a fucking day against this Cardinals secondary, who doesn't really have a corner to guard him. I'll take Minnesota there.
Yeah, I had this line right around 3. I apologize when I have it in there. I don't know how I missed that. This line just got bumped to 3.5 about 20 minutes ago on DraftKings. It's been bumped. It's been at -3 for the past week, and now all of a sudden it's up to 3.5. So definitely a key number there at 3.5. So interesting to see that. But yeah, all right, guys, that's week 13. 13 weeks in. Crazy how time has flown by. Again, if you want my picks and Shane's props for this week, Shane's been killing it in terms of NFL, hitting around 60% this year. Hit me up on X, I should say, at GoGetHim_sports, and we can get you in for a free day today for the Discord. And yeah, hope you guys have a great Sunday. We'll see you guys next week for NFL Week 14.
See ya.